Well, welcome back, everybody. Oh, what's today? Thursday. Yeah, it must be the 22nd, maybe? I think it's the 22nd. I don't know. Yeah, December 22nd, 2022. So, we finally got this Super C engine put back together. I did the flywheel and pressure plate yesterday. Came out good. Should be lined up. I just got done wiping down all the bell housing areas with gasoline. A little bit of grease with a pilot bushing goes. I washed this with gasoline, scrubbed it all down, got all the rust and the spooge off in it, and now I wiped it with a rag that had a little bit of Marvel Mystery Oil on it. I don't like to actually oil them, but there's a little bit of light stuff that'll mostly evaporate later. It'll just help it go together easier. So I put my long dowels on. Those are just bolts that have been cut off, and it does make a heck of a difference. It gives you a chance where you're only worrying about two planes, or one plane I should say, to get lined up. You've got the other plane taken care of. So let's see what we can do. See how easy this is going to go. See if we can go down just a little bit. I don't know if we do want to go down. As you can see, a little bit level. It probably could go back a little bit, but this top bolt hole here and this bottom one here is always what I've found holds it level. And I don't know, it seems to work good, but we may be a little bit nose low, but we're going to see if we can't bring it back. I think I'm an inch high. There we go. Grab the crank so it's a little easier to turn the engine. I think the splines are just starting to be engaged. I would say the dowels are holding me out now. So what we'll do is we'll take this long one out and put one of the original bolts in. Now this side here is the furthest out. Yeah, she's sucking right in on the... So any of these guys ever tell you that you need an input shaft, you know, to line up your pressure plate, now you know you don't. You just got to pay attention. Sorry about the camera flopping around. The only thing I wouldn't recommend on putting an engine in is don't use an impact, because you can't tell if something's going south on you. You know, these are going in. You could almost screw them in with your fingers if you had good fingers. I mean, and we're tight. So I will get the breaker bar and suck them up. About 70 pounds. That's about what they should go to. Yeah, we have installed a Super C engine that fast. Now we've got all the little stuff to hook up. You know, generator, intake, ignition on the other side. A lot of little things, but that Denny is part of the tractor now. Got one more here to tighten up, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy here. It actually went a lot better than I thought it was gonna. Yeah, all I gotta do is tighten them up. So I'll bring you back when I'm doing something else interesting. I elected to use the old gaskets over. They're in perfect condition. They just took a little bit of the surface off, but not enough that you really can even feel it. So I just put a little bit of the red high temp silicone on it and gonna bolt it right up. And that stuff will handle a lot of heat. We, in the old days there, we always put our headers on the Pro Stock race car with that high heat silicone. And it works just fine. Never had a leak. As crazy as that may sound. So, anyway. So I'm going to dig into this a little deeper here. I'm going to take this hydraulic filter out. I've never had it out. I don't ever remember my father having it out. And this is the touch control system, which is nothing but a fancy name for hydraulics. And I did get a new one of these. That one's never worked since I was a kid. It's always been broke. Of course, they logged with it, so I'm sure that was one of the first things that went in the woods. But we're going to see just what this filter looks like. I did order a new radiator for this tractor and it hasn't come yet. So we may be held up for that. I don't know. I can still start it though. But I can do an awful lot without having the radiator. But we will see what this little honey here looks like behind here. It's always fun to get into stuff that you're pretty sure has never been into before. If it has been, it was before 1970. So it's been a while. Ugh. Wow. Is that a nasty old bitch? Huh. Well, I'm going to go to the parts cleaner with that and I'll bring you over in a second. Well, let's look this thing over here. It is some nasty, but it's a fine screen. You can see there. I don't know if it's going to clean good or not. You can buy these new. We'll see here how good it's going to clean up. I'd say it's going to clean up all right. Huh. Yeah. Got a little tiny rip right there. Just from where it folded there when it was new. I'm going to put it back in for now. And have to make a gasket for it. And I may order a new one of these. It almost looks to me like as much crud is in that touch control. Maybe we ought to go through that someday. Maybe that'll be next year's project. I don't know. Well, I got that screen cleaned up as you saw. Now we'll see if we can dig out some of this spooge in here. I'll tell you, that's nasty for something in a hydraulic system. Makes you wonder how that stuff got in there, because, you know, the only way for that stuff to get in, theoretically, is through the fill plug. And there's pine needles and everything in there, so probably back when my great-grandfather owned it, they probably didn't go the extra mile to be careful of that stuff. That is some nasty stuff. I'll go wash my hand off, and I don't think the actual bottom is a little bit of mud on the bottom, but there really ain't much. Not like there was out here around this edge. A little bit right there, maybe. So yeah, we're gonna call it good, I think. But my fingers aren't long enough. I don't really think I want to get into this year. So I'll do it off camera. I'll take that drain plug out and I'll get what I can out of it. No sense boring you to death with this. Okay, the next project to do is put the hydraulic lines on, which I've been flushing. And these can be a pain. Actually, I'm gonna, I gotta find the long ones that go to the front first. I'll be back. Well, yeah, I guess we're recording. Anyway, the first thing you have to do is put one bolt in up front, and then let it rock on that. And we can even probably try to start the knot. But okay, now this goes like that. Guess you gotta push it a little. There we go. I didn't put any glue or anything on these, you know, gasket sealer, because you have to take this pipe off. It's a pain. So, of course, this end here is just 2 O-rings, so. You don't have to kill it, just get it up where it's snug. Beautiful. Yeah, we're going to turn this over on the starter for 5 seconds here and see if we can get any oil pressure. Even a wiggle will be good. Try it one more time. Now we'll try it one more time. That's pretty good on the starter. It's just about at the edge of the red. So we're going to say that we've got oil pressure. So anyway, off camera, of course, I hooked up this stuff. Got my fuel tank hooked up. Filled this full of oil off camera. Got this hooked up. The light spring goes to the back. And I still got to do this stuff here. Put the air cleaner on it. And probably... Okay, I got this camera set up for these two rockers. When, let me see now, this one, the exhaust, and then the intake. So it should be this one here down, or come up. And then as soon as it goes down, this one should come up. Pretty sure that's how it is, yeah. And I'm going to do it with the crank. When that gets into where they're both just barely overlapping, that's valve overlap, and that will be compression ready to fire on the first cylinder. Okay, that right there is your exhaust. And that's your intake, just starting. So that right there is compression on the number one. That's how you find out to put your mag in and stuff. My mark right there is on the top. So we're real close. Now there's a mark down here on the flywheel, which I'll find and I'll show it to you. So this mark right here on the bell housing cover is what you line up your timing mark on. And you gotta look through the handhole cover in the back. And this flywheel here has got a white spot on it with it's a little drill mark on it. So I'll go put this on and I'll show you that. Well, you can see that little white spot on the flywheel. And you see the mark about where the beam of the light is. I gotta line them two up. Well, I'll do that with a screwdriver. Yeah, I got it all lined up. You can see the shiny spot on the plate. I don't know if you can see that little drill mark on the flywheel. Hopefully you can. It's in that white area. But anyway, we're all lined up, top dead center, number one. So, that's what we're going to quit today. I'm going to put the rocker on tonight just to keep the dust out of it. And I'm not even going to bolt it down because when I start it, I want to make sure oil comes up to the top. But tomorrow morning, we will put this distributor drive and the distributor on, do the timing, which we'll just do a static timing because it's all set up that way. And we just have to put up the governor rod to the carburetor and the choke. We should be ready to start it. I'm going to start it without the generator and all that on it. I'm just going to see if she'll run. So we'll see you tomorrow. And if you like this video and this kind of stuff, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe. And yeah, keep safe. And if you don't see another one of my videos, Merry Christmas to everybody and have a Happy New Year. But hopefully I'll see you before then.